Hello, lovely people. New adventure unlocked. I'm headed to the next game. My mama's here. We're going to Aqua Zumba. I am getting out of my comfort zone. I am trying fencing today. I'm just there for the vibes. I know nothing about baseball. I'm there for the vibes. Hello, lovely people. Listen, Linda, listen. This is a good episode. It was a read session and the girls came in piping hot. Except for Angel. Angel, Angel, we need to have a conversation. But the girls came in piping hot. So I am reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 4, Tropic Like It's Hot. All right, so back at the bus scene, right? They are headed to Preakness. Remember I told you I'm in the DMV area and Preakness is a big deal over here. Girls are looking good. That number that Wendy had on was fire. So can somebody tell me what case issue is with Stacey? Again, I saw last season. Where did this energy did Kay pick up for? I don't get it, but I'm thinking Kay is thinking I need to keep my check. And so Stacey, you're my target because I don't understand it, okay? So they get off Preakness. Now, word on the street is that Angel did not graduate from Temple. So that's a little tea that Wendy will bring up. Now, if you notice, sometimes with these girls, they have tea, but they're waiting for the right time to drop it, right? So Wendy tells Gizelle, well, word on the street is that Gizelle, that Angel never graduated from Temple. And Gizelle goes, well, let me check my sources, right? And Wendy is implying that something happened to Angel, which is why she left. All right, so that's going on. I will say this. Feel whatever you feel about Ashley, but Ashley gets them men's. She had only been at Preakness for a few hot seconds and already it was a dude asking her on a date. I don't know what it is about Ashley. She gives off like sexual energy, but she gets the dudes, okay? You can knock her for that. Stacey's cheap self kept the $20, whatever. Okay. Now you notice that Stacey asked Gizelle, hey Gizelle, like, do you have a boyfriend? And Gizelle says no. Stacey doesn't go any further because remember last episode, Stacey was like, word is on the street is that Gizelle has a boyfriend. So we'll see. And then Angel apparently is supposed to be hooking Gizelle up. Now Angel, be careful because that's your name on the line. Okay. Now everybody's making fun of Gizelle because they're like, is he bald? Is he dark skinned? Because we know she got a type. Okay. Look at her track record. Now, Tia calls Ashley rude, which it was rude because they show a scene where Ashley calls Jizzy. Now, Jizzy, you were being messy because why did you have her on speaker? If Ashley's calling for you, why you got Ashley on speaker? So, of course, Ashley invites Gizelle and Wendy to hang out. And meanwhile, Angel and Tia are there. And Tia's like, well, that's rude. That is rude. That is rude. So Tia is feeling some kind of way because she expected Ashley to take to her because she said Ashley does not fancy her, right? Because keep in mind, Tia is Gizelle's friend. Gizelle and Ashley are ace boon coon. So Tia is expecting Ashley to warm up to her and that's not happening, right? So Ashley's like, well, I did say that Tia was very beautiful. And Ashley's like, this is where it starts. But I have a feeling that Gizelle is going to check Ashley on the side and be like, no, Tia's on our side. I need you to change it up. All right. Now here comes Jassi. I love my girl, Jassi. She came in with a positive energy. She was giving kisses. Her friend looked good. I don't know her friend's name, but her friend looked good. That outfit dress was cute. She was like, mwah, mwah. She was like mother, educator. She was giving the things of the things, okay? She didn't come up with energy. And then Keiarna's attitude was like, Keiarna was not checking for her. Energy dropped, okay? Now, Angel and Keiarna are wags. What is a wag? Wife and girlfriend of NFL players. That's a wag. But so Angel tried to throw some shade at Jassi, and Jassi caught it. Jassi was like, "Oh, what position does your man play? Linebacker." And then Angel says her man is a 10-year starter. I don't know whatever that. I don't know football. I don't know what the heck that means. But apparently some shade was thrown towards Jassi's way. But Jassi kept it cute. Jassi, she knows how to keep it cute, right? But Ashley, yeah, she kept it cute. But let me say this. As an NFL wives or girlfriend, I'm not one, I'm just saying, anything can happen. So don't be bragging on your man's stats because he can go out on that field and get injured. 10-year starter or not. And NFL means not for long. The money does not run as long as NBA. So Angel, check yourself, okay? Because you ain't out there on that field. That's your man, okay? All right. She did clock Keiarna and was like, hey, your energy was a little off when Jassi came in. And Keiarna's basically like, you know, I heard that Jassi was saying some stuff about me. Again, Jassi kept it cute. Wendy was like, shh, the first lady's coming. I need y'all to hold it together. Don't act ghetto over here. The first lady of Maryland did not want to be seen. She's like, I don't want to be dealing with y'all foolishness. Okay, my man is the governor of Maryland. I don't need to be dealing with y'all foolishness. Okay, so that blurred out her face. But also, Wendy, you made it seem like, okay, if the first lady invited you, you didn't even have like a chit chat with her. You just mwah, mwah, and that was it. So it was probably one of those generic mass invites that you just got something in the mail, and Wendy was like, oh, okay, I've been invited by the first lady. You would think that like she was at the first lady's VIP suite or something like that. But that didn't happen. So Wendy, you kind of hyped out your invitation a little bit. Now, Jassi has a confessional, y'all, and I'm here for it. She has a confessional. But Jassi, you know, clocked Keiarna because Jassi was like, Keiarna's going through a rough time. You know, I'm sorry to hear about you and Greg. You know, and all you did was get a condo that you paid for, right? So Jassi's like, don't come over here. I got that NFL money. Okay, you got that whatever money. I don't want to say social work because that would be insulting. That would be insulting my colleagues. Okay, so. Yeah, so anyway, Gizelle announced that they're going to St. Kitts in Nevis. And the next scene, so Preakness is over, y'all. So they cut to the next scene. And can I tell you something? I love Housewives airport arrivals. That's probably, anytime you have a scene with the airport arrival, I'm here for it. Why? I like to look at the outfits. And again, I am a girl that loves to travel. I love being at the airport. Like, if I could live at the airport, I would. Well, not really, but I love airport outfits. I love the feeling of I'm going somewhere, you know? So I would say Keiarna's outfit was cute. Her airport outfit was cute. And funny enough, I love Gizelle's all white number. Like, she looked cute, but still comfortable. You don't need to do too much at the airport. You don't need to have like your face super B, high heels on. You're at the airport. You need to look like you're traveling, you're comfortable, but cute. And I think Keiarna and Jizzy, they nailed their airport looks, okay? So, also, y'all, why was Jassi in economy? What was that about? So, does Bravo pay for economy and then the girls upgrade their ticket? Jassi, if you're a wag, you gotta show that you're a wag. But hey, listen, maybe this is the pressure that has gotten them in trouble, you know? So, Jassi, like you said, the champagne tastes the same. I don't think the champagne tastes the same. I've been in economy before. I've also been in first class. The champagne don't taste the same. In economy, the champagne is more like brut. In first class, the champagne is more like Mo. Okay, so yeah, the champagne don't taste the same, but whatever you gotta say to make yourself feel better. I'm just saying. And because Jassi was in economy, it took her forever to get off the plane. I was like, did she fall asleep on the plane? Did she look like she was the last one off the plane? Like, what's going on? Arrivals, they got their welcome drinks. Let me tell you something. When I go somewhere, I live for a welcome drink, okay? It's like the official start to the vacay, okay? So they asked Angel, what's your goal? Angel's like, my goal is to get to know everybody better. Well, then, Angel, stop aligning yourself with Kay. I know that Kay brought you in, but I'm going to keep telling you over and over again, Kay is not a true friend to you. Okay, so if your goal is really to get to know everybody, then get to know everybody. Now, I sense that, Angel's a little bit on the quiet side, but you're filming a show, girl. You better get with it. I don't know. Unless I see something else from Angel, I think this is going to be her first and last. I'm not getting anything from her. I think she just sold her interview. I don't know. Now, Stacey did say, "Hey, I've reached out to Angel, and it has been lukewarm because again, Angel has aligned herself with Keiarna, and for some reason, Keiarna has a problem with Stacey. So I'm not surprised that Angel just was not as receptive to Stacey. Okay, so Gizelle has a surprise announcement. It's like, oh, this is actually we're also celebrating Jassi. It's her bachelorette party, and then Keiarna is hot." So Gizelle's being messy because Gizelle, you know that Keiarna don't even like Jassi. And now you're making her the focal point of the vacation. I peep you, Gizelle. I peep you. She playing producer. Now, I don't think Jassi has a problem with Keiarna. I think Keiarna has a problem with Stacey, with Wendy, with Jassi. Jassi's like, look, I don't have no issue with Kay. Like, Jassi is here for fun. Right? And honestly, I do feel like being a friend of the show is the best spot. You get to come in, have fun, do your own thing. Don't have to worry about scheduling. Jassi's like, look, I'm here to have fun. Not Tia. No, not Tia. Angel. So everybody is cleared through customs except for Angel, who has camouflage. Now, in the island of St. Kitts, camouflage is only reserved for the military. There are some countries that are like that. You can't just be walking around with camouflage. Tia, did you not read the instructions? Not Tia, Angel. Did you not read the instructions? Look, I know your mind is elsewhere because you are in postpartum and you're away from the kids, but girl, it said it right there in plain writing. So thankfully, Tia had a half-empty suitcase. She put it in there, which that's actually a smart move because then you can get souvenirs and stuff like that. Good job, Tia. Good job. I will say this. I love Tia's confessional look. The head wrap with the matching bodysuit, whatever she had. Cute. So, why are we talking about sucking balls? I'm gonna skip over that part. I didn't get that. Like, Wendy, are you just trying to, maybe Wendy's like, I don't want them to see me as his professor. I want them to see me as the gun fun girl. I was not feeling that. Let's skip over that. Now, Angel, you're about to be Mia number 2 with the lies, okay? Because Angel wanted Charisse to come on the trip, right? Now, Jassi asks Angel, oh, do you know Charisse? And she says, yeah, I've known her for a little while. You just met her last month. But Gizelle was being messy because Gizelle was like, well, welcome, Jassi, even though some of the girls didn't want you on the trip. So then everybody's like, who didn't want you on the trip? Who didn't want you on the trip? Gizelle know what she's doing. So they get on the yacht, which is so fabulous. See, this is where I like to see the Potomac girls. Fabulosity. Okay? Now, Stacey asks Angel, can you have friends outside of Keiarna? Because in a sense, it seems like you've aligned yourself with Keiarna. And Angel's like, yes, I can do that. And then Keiarna's like, well, maybe you guys should be more inviting and fun and open. But you were not like that with Jassi. As soon as Jassi walked up, your energy dropped, right? Now, they have fun at the yacht. They're twerking, stuff like that. Now, Keiarna is in her feelings because, Jassy's clocking her left and right. So she goes upstairs because she needs to be by herself. Angel goes after her like a little puppy. And the rest of the girls are having fun. They are twerking. They're doing the things. They're having a good time. Okay? I will say this. So they come back and then it's time to pick the rooms. And Stacey, Wendy, and Jassi, they're sharing quarters. I kind of like this group. I like the energy of Jassi. She's the fun girl. Stacey, she's quirky. That's her personality. She's quirky. And Wendy, I like this group together, right? Now, and then it's Angel and Keiarna that's sharing a room. Tia got the nanny quarters. Whatever. And then, of course, Gizelle and Ashley got the little villa situation, right? So everybody is going off to their rooms. And Angel's basically like, look, nobody even greeted me at the airport. Angel, this is what I need you to do. If you say you want to get to know the girls, I need you to be intentional about getting to know the girls. Anytime there's a new girl that comes to Potomac, there is some sort of a hazing that's going on. I need Angel to clock it, okay, and start getting to know the other girls. But that's the reason why, is because you're aligning yourself with Kay, and Kay's not even a good friend to you. Anyway, so the shade of it all. Everybody got their own personalized rose, personalized makeup bag, and a customized card. Gizelle tells Ashley, I love traveling with you. You know, and the Angel's card is like, oh, you're away from the kids. Hope you have the best time. Jassi, they're talking about her bachelorette. And then Stacey has, can I tell you, this is what you call fun shade, okay? It is mean girl behavior, but it's fun shade. It's actually kind of genius, but it's kind of funny. There's no name on Stacey's robe. There's no name on her makeup bag. And the card is left blank. Like, this reminds me of like the first season of Housewives of Atlanta where like Nini's name got left off the invite list. And that was like the catalyst to everything. Like, it's funny. You know, poor Stacey. I'm gonna say this. I love when they were going for dinner. I love Ashley's dress, the little pleated, the pleated colorful number. It was so cute. So Stacey's like, what's going on now? Wendy, she was like, I've been on the receiving end of Gizelle's whatever, and I'm glad that it's not me. But Wendy, you should also be like, hey, like, that's not cool, right? So you got Tia calling her daughter, who she's missing her daughter's 14th birthday. Now listen, I'm a working mom, so I understand. I'm gonna try to not judge Tia, but Tia, could you not have flown out the next day or something? I don't know. Maybe it was a flight scheduling situation so that you don't miss your daughter's 14-year-old birthday. And then the son said, I hate this family. I'm not even judging the son because I could see my child saying stuff like that. Like, I hate this family because I didn't even get to relax. Like, sir, you are 11. Child. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna give Tia some grace because she's new on the show. It's probably a scheduling thing. They have to make the trip. I don't really know. So at dinner, Angel is very quiet. Angel, I need you to I need you to get with the program. So they start talking about the filter. Angel has a filter, and it doesn't look nothing like her. Listen, I'm gonna give Angel a lot of grace. I didn't like this conversation. First of all, she's 19 months postpartum, okay? You don't even start to, again, because I'm a postpartum specialist here, you don't get to start to feel like yourself until a year after you give birth, right? So she's 19 months postpartum, and she's gained a lot of weight from the pregnancy. So if she wants to do a little tweak and filter here, let her. Like, who cares? Why are you so bothered? That was so petty. I'm not even going to get into it. You know, she's gained weight, as she should, and you know, you just don't know what somebody's going through, and it's probably messing with her self-confidence. So what if she used a little filter? And to me, as women, that was jacked up. That was mean girl behavior. That was rude. And then Keiarna, why are you not defending your friend? Right? If they talking about your friend looks, I mean, she said a 1-2, like, oh, I'm trying to see, nobody here looks like themselves. No, you should have been like, hey, she is 19 months postpartum. Yeah, she maybe are dealing with some body issues. Who don't use a filter? Like, that's not cool. Keiarna should have shut it down. Just like Keiarna shut down Angel, like, Angel, whatever conversation you were having, that needs to not happen. She should have shut it down. But again, like I said, Keiarna is not a true friend. But anyway, but Wendy do have a point. Angel, where's your energy? The same energy that you had. They're talking about your looks. They're talking about your filters. Where's that energy? Right? So I do agree with Wendy. You come at me different than you come at Wendy, at Gizelle and Ashley. And it was Gizelle and Ashley that was talking about her filters. I don't know. It was look, I didn't like the conversation. Everybody's a mother at this table, except for Keiarna. So everybody's gone through postpartum. So I don't like that energy. I don't like the conversation. I didn't like it one bit. Anyway, so Wendy brings up the fact that Keiarna said to Angel, do you like this lady? And Gizelle was like, y'all basically have been talking about Wendy and probably all of us, because where would that question even come from? You know what I mean? Wendy does say to Gizelle, you know, everybody had embroidered, you know, robes and bags except for Stacey. And Stacey's like, yeah, I don't know what the issue is. You know, you hold a standard for me that you hold for somebody else. And Giselle's like, well, because I don't know who you are. I mean, again, that's fun shade to me. Unless you feel different, put it in the comments. That's funny shade. You know, at least she got a robe. It would be a different story if she didn't get anything. But if I was Stacey, I would be real petty. And I would go and get my own. I mean, again, where are you going to find an embroidery on the island? But I would go in and get everything all over again. Like that, I would do some stuff like that. You know, I'll go buy a Versace robe and put it on and be like, my robe look better than all of y'all. But Stacey don't know how to do the thing. Anyway, so Stacey, who thinks she's about to drop a bomb. Well, Gizelle, you said you don't have a boyfriend. And word on the street is you have a boyfriend. And his name is Sean Spriggs. And he plays for the NFL. And she's like, she shows the picture, right? So you could tell Stacey's like, yeah, I got her. Gizelle handled it real cool. I will say this. I don't think that Gizelle is the face of Potomac, but I will say, but this is why she is favored, I think, amongst the producer, because Gizelle was not fazed. Gizelle was like, that's not my boyfriend, that's a date. Like, every time I go out with someone, y'all think that's my boyfriend. Gizelle was like, that was a date. Gizelle was not fazed at all. She showed the picture to everybody. Ashley been known about him. Ashley's like, yeah, it was a date. You know, he approached her correctly. He had his little Fendi number on. And yeah, it's all good. So that went nowhere. Like, I think Stacey thought it was about to be like this moment. And it was none of that. Okay? So, now this is a bombshell. So Ashley goes, so, speaking of men, Stacey, my homegirl told me. Now, first of all, what kind of homegirl? So, Ashley goes, my homegirl said you reached out to her to try to get with someone that used to play for the NFL. So she's describing, oh, he's a former Redskins, he's blah, 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 blah. And everybody's like, and Giselle's like, everybody knows him here. Now, first of all, Stacey, I don't know who you're talking to, but some kind of friend to go circle right back to Ashley and be like, oh, guess what? Stacey hit me up. She's trying to get with Chris Samuels. Wendy's reaction was hilarious. She was like, because like, Stacey, again, we're going to find out next episode. I don't know if Stacey is cool with Monique, or maybe Stacey don't know Monique, but it's too close for comfort. Now, unless Stacey says, girl, that was, I don't know, 5 years ago. That was before I even didn't think I was going to ever be on this show. Because again, in the DMV area, it is small. It's not too small, but it's small. So unless Stacey's like, I never thought I would be on this show. I knew him from a friend of a friend. I knew he was single. Okay. But if it's recent as in, Stacey, you're on this show, this is a former cast member's husband, then that's jacked up. So I am curious to see what Stacey says. So Stacey, don't be in glass house throwing stones when your stuff ain't clean. You want to talk about Giselle's man? And Wendy said to Stacey, they're about to drop the dime on you. Yeah. So you over there trying to do dirt, trying to get with Chris Samuels. And you over there coming to Gizelle for having a man? Stacey, stop it. I thought the episode was good. Again, I feel like I like the new girl. I like Tia. I'm starting to like Tia. I feel like Tia is a good buffer. Like, you know, when they were on the boat talking about certain things on the yacht, Tia was like, I need you all to fill in the blanks for us. Like, I need you all to, like, they're the new girls. Don't leave us out. Like, what are y'all talking about? I feel like Tia is a good mediator, even though that's Giselle's friend. She's a good mediator, you know. when they were talking about the whole tongue-in-cheek thing, she was like, that's not as aggressive as chin check. I feel like Tia's a good mediator. I feel like next episode is going to be a good episode. But watch it be nothing. You know, I don't know. Monique Samuels might be like, girl, I don't care. That's my ex-husband. You can have him if you want. Good luck. Monique might not care. I don't know. We'll see. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Bye, y'all.